everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Uncle Gary, and this is a special video. It's been about 2 or 2.5 weeks since I last put up a video on YouTube, and it is because, as I mentioned in the last video, I have been riding in the Princess Margaret Ride to Conquer Cancer, and it's taken something to do the training, but the good news is the ride is now over. We successfully got everyone across the line, and I was super pleased to be able to ride in it. So this video is a heartfelt and very sincere thank you to everybody who supported me. Some people supported me financially, some people just supported me in spirit, so I appreciate you no matter what. And I'll tell you a little bit about the Princess Margaret Ride to Conquer Cancer in general. It's essentially raising money to find new cures, perform research to find new preventative measures, and generally new treatments for eradicating or curing most of the cancers and as many cancers as we can in our lifetime. So that's the whole purpose of the Princess Margaret Ride to Conquer Cancer. And this year, all of the riders who rode in the ride raised in excess of $17 million for preventative cancer research and cures. And we are so proud that the Princess Margaret Hospital is in the top 5 oncology hospitals, cancer research and treatment hospitals in the world. So it was a real privilege and an honor to be able to ride with all of the other riders. And you know, they shared a little bit about the research and the things that have been coming out from the money that we raise. So every year when we kick off the ride, they have a little inauguration speech, and they tell you this year this is what we've researched, and this is what came out of it, and they give someone an opportunity to speak and inaugurate the ceremony who is a cancer survivor, someone that's beaten cancer and is in remission. So it was fascinating to hear that. And one of the things they told us was that testing is going to be very different in the future for cancer. And what that looks like is you're going to basically just do a blood test, and they'll be able to start predicting years in advance if there's a likelihood that you have a cancer marker or a precursor of cancer. So they're going to be able to have much more time through this advanced testing that they're creating and researching. So that was very, very exciting. And thank you if you weren't able to support me financially. Thank you for having my back, for being there with us in spirit, for preparing all of the things. If you've done something, you know who you are. I did want to mention the riders who trusted me. I was the team captain for the team at work that I was able to become team captain. Long story, but the gist of it is thank you to everyone who trusted me. Thank you for the people that were new to cycling and new to using clip-in pedals, cleats. Who allowed me to train them and who allowed me to, take them on training rides and actually push through their barriers. So thank you for allowing me to be that person for you. And a couple of things about the ride that were noteworthy. Day 1 of the ride, it's a 2-day ride. Day 1 of the ride was 94 kilometers. So that's about 58 miles if you're in the US. And that's a little shorter than usual. Normally we run at about 105 kilometers for day 1. But this year we were at 94, which was great. And then day 2 went to about 123 kilometers. So that's about 76 miles, give or take. And that's a little bit longer than usual. So normally we're at about 110, 115 for day 2. So that for many of the people on the team, that was probably the longest distance they've ever traveled on a bicycle in one go, in one shot. So notable point, the weather was outstanding for this ride. It was overcast the whole time, so no direct sun beating down on us. The temperature was in the high teens in Celsius, or in the the 60-degree range Fahrenheit, and so it was absolutely perfect. And we were worried about the pollution from the forest fires in northern Ontario and in Quebec, but thankfully no pollution, no effect was discernible. So we had outstanding weather. It's such a gift to get that kind of weather. It's not always been that way. So that was amazing. And then a big thank you to the donors. Because of you, I was able to ride, and I actually have my jersey here. I was able to ride with an ambassador jersey. So this is the cycling jersey that we got to ride with, and the ambassador word over here, you can see it says ambassador. This is not like all the other jerseys. it comes with a Velcro patch. So this little Velcro patch, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a Velcro patch on the arm, and what that allows you to do, depending on if you raise a certain amount of money, or if you're a team captain, or whatever the case is, you put on a bronze, silver, or gold Velcro patch for the day that you're riding in that jersey. So I was thrilled that I was able to wear an ambassador jersey. That's a privilege and an honor. And I am going to say that there were some people who asked to remain anonymous, my donors who asked to remain anonymous. So thank you. You know who you are. For the other people who actually wrote their names, I was able to see who donated to me. So I really, really appreciate, and I'm just going to read off the people that took the time to take out their wallet and actually contribute to a cause, like put their name against something. Not everybody in the world will do it, and not everybody is expected to do it. You don't have to donate if I ask, but I'm so pleased that these people actually took their time and took their wallet out and donated to this amazing cause. So thank you to Kyle, to Nico, to Matt and Craig, Ashok, Paul from Salesforce, Pat Howard from the Big Bank, Angela from Salesforce, Mike from the big insurance company, Shireen from the platform, the data platform company, Frank also from Salesforce, and Andy De Silva. Big thank you to Andy. He was a newly proud father, so shout out to Andy. Alex from the crypto groups, and KJ from the realty empire she's building. John Bainham, one of the youngest CEOs of a wealth management company in Ontario, and Tony and Marisa, my own family, thank you very much. To Cameron from Salesforce, thank you for being awesome and for donating. To Dirk for being adaptive, thank you always. And lastly to Prabir, one of my own neighbors, took the time to donate in amongst his travel. So thank you to everybody. There were many more who donated but have asked to remain anonymous. So again, thank you for that. And with that, the predictable news, I have registered for next year. So you may be getting a call from me again. And how I choose to raise funds, I'm going to ask you. You don't have to say yes. If you choose to donate, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't choose to donate, I'd totally get it. There's no difference to me. I hope you join me, but I don't mind if you don't. And so there's no pressure if I ask you to donate. And we're going to try holding an event to raise funds next year. So I'm toying with the idea of what kind of events we could hold where people would pay an entrance fee or maybe buy raffle tickets and things, because I haven't tried that since before the pandemic. And I am thrilled to announce that next year will be my 5th year riding in the Princess Margaret Ride to Conquer Cancer. And what that means is that I get a gold helmet. When you have ridden 5 years, you get a gold helmet. At 10 years, if you ride this ride 10 times, then you get a different helmet and so on. So there's a sort of a loyalty program where you get a different helmet. They actually give you a really good helmet, gold colored, so you can tell who's ridden in the ride many, many times. And I love that kind of stuff. It just makes it special that we're all able to be a team together and riding for a cause. And then I have a really amazing piece of news. I had finished the ride, and I was sitting in the enclosure where everyone who's finished, sitting on a saddle for 5 hours is relaxing, and there's drinks and food and so on. And my wife had driven from Toronto to come and collect us in Niagara Falls, where this ride ends. And we were all talking and laughing and joking about how the ride went and what it felt like. And we were all kind of tender in the undercarriage, as it were. And she quietly got up from the table, walked over to the registration desk, and registered herself for next year's ride with us. Now, I never asked her to, and I was never expecting her to, and I know that she has had a healthy fear of cycling and being in amongst, lots of cyclists or cars, or just generally she hasn't been as comfortable doing long distance riding. She's never done endurance riding either. And so I am super thrilled that she's going to be riding with us. And we're going to be training together. We've already started within a week. We got her bike out, tuned it, and she's got a road bike, and she's doing very, very well. She's overcoming fears one after the other. So for her, it's a different challenge. I'm super proud of her and so pleased that she's going to be joining us. So maybe she'll give you a call for some donations. And with that, I think that's everything. That's everything we wanted to share. Over the year, both in the summer, in the fall, and in the winter, we'll be doing our training. So you'll see us posting on Instagram or Facebook. Maybe you're connected with me on Strava. I'm looking forward to connecting with anyone who'd like to join. And my wife has created a group for women who want to cycle, because she feels that a lot of the time the people we cycle with are men, and we tend to go at a certain pace, and we have a certain way of being about cycling, and she would like to create something slightly different. So she's created a women's group called Ladies in Spandex, and they're going to ride a different pace. It'll be much more gentle for the people that are new to riding. If you are new to road biking or want to just go with to have a coffee and enjoy the rides, they'll ride at all different speeds. They'll go over to the Toronto Islands a couple of times, and that way it's safe and there are no cars and it's really easy. So for people that are wanting to get started, that's a great way to do it. I'm so proud of my wife for doing that. And with that, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. And thank you again, everyone who supported me. See you next time.